So the queen bee, explain this.
Okay. Yes. It's very.
Go to the birds and the bees.
I know.
We're going to learn about the birds and the bees today.
No, and it's kind of complicated.
Welcome to the Bloom with Tina and Kelsey podcast, where growth and sweetness go hand in hand. Today, we are buzzing with excitement as we dive into the fascinating world of beekeeping with our dear friend, Teri Brillhart. For the past 10 years, Teri has dedicated her heart and soul to these incredible little creatures, unlocking the magic behind honey production and creating delightful flavored honeys like organic elderberry and hibiscus infused honey, organic lavender infused honey. In this episode, we'll not just explore the sweet side of honey, but the sweet journey of resilience, passion, and the importance of saving our bees in the process. So whether you're a honey enthusiast, a curious mind, or someone looking for a fresh dose of inspiration, you're in for a treat. I am so excited to announce that Bloom with Tina and Kelsey is hosting our first Bloom Where You Are Planted Women's Retreat. It's going to be March 13th through the 15th in Logan, Ohio, near Hocking Hills. Are you ready to invest in yourself? This retreat is all about finding peace, rejuvenating your spirit, and blossoming into the best version of you. Expect yoga, meditation, journaling, healing, a sound bath, and relaxing in the hot tub. This is your invitation to step away from your daily distractions and take that much-needed time to simply be. You'll be surrounded by incredible women, all eager to share, support, and grow together. Sign up now and let's make this happen. Reserve your spot today. Only 6 spots remaining. We can't wait to see you there. Today we are here with my friend Teri Brillhart. Is that how you say it? Yeah. Okay. And Kelsey, obviously.
Obviously. I'm still here.
Yes. So Kelsey and I both met Teri at, it was the
Clean Living
holiday.
Clean Living Holiday Fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In Mommy.
Teri was sitting there and she was selling honey. But she doesn't have just honey. Okay.
Okay.
She was explaining to me, she has this organic elderberry and hibiscus infused honey. I bought like a whole bunch of this and I'm so addicted to it now. So we have Teri here and she is going to further introduce herself and explain to us all about honey and bees.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Teri.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this upcoming season will be my 10th year as a beekeeper.
Wow.
Yeah. And I still kind of feel like I'm a new beekeeper because there's so much to learn and know. It can get kind of overwhelming. And bees are very complicated. There's a lot that can go wrong. And so it's just a lot to learn. But I love the honey and doing different things with the honey because I feel like people now have the general message that they should buy local honey, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that message has really reached people, which is good because a lot of the honey that's sold in the store, not all of the honey, but a lot of it comes from China and overseas and they cut it with corn syrup.
Oh.
And that's why it doesn't crystallize on the shelf.
That, I was wondering.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's a problem. There's no, you'll see like grade A honey, and they're actually, that's just a marketing technique. There's no such thing as it makes you think it's something special, and it's really not.
There are so many things like that in our society, but okay.
Yeah. So a lot of the honey, like I said, comes from China or other countries, and it's not pure raw honey. And it's
because
also,
if it were, it'd be harder for them to ship it and keep it on the shelves as long and things like that.
Because it crystallizes.
Mhm.
And crystallization is annoying. I don't like it either. It's just a pain. But that means that your honey hasn't been pasteurized. It hasn't been overheated. It still has all the good stuff in it if it crystallizes over time. And of course, it depends on the source of the nectar and how much fructose is in the honey and what temperature it's being stored at. So there are a lot of factors into the crystallization. But
So what I'm hearing you say, though, is crystallizing is not bad. It means you have good honey, and it's still good honey after it's crystallized.
Yes.
It's just kind of annoying to deal with in terms of texture because it's not what we're used to, but it's still perfectly good to eat.
It is, and that means you have the best honey in the best form. But people don't want to buy crystallized honey. They want to buy liquid honey because it's easier to work with, especially if you're baking or using it in a recipe.
Right.
But if your honey does crystallize, especially if it's in a glass jar, you can just put a pot of water on the stove, warm it up, turn it off, take it off the heat, and set your jar of honey in there with the lid off, stir it, and over time, you might have to do it a couple times, but it will re-liquefy.
Or what about putting it in the microwave?
Don't do that.
Why?
Bad.
Is it?
It is. It kills the enzymes.
Oh, really? Oopsies. Huh.
Yeah.
The
So-
more you know.
So I have my honey in a honey container on the counter, and yeah, it's hard.
Yes, I know. It's
So I'm supposed to just put that container.
In boiling water, hot water.
Yeah,
Warm it?
warm to hot. Not
Okay.
boiling. That would
Not
be
boiling.
maybe a little too much.
Okay.
But, and you might have to do it a couple times.
Okay.
So if you can store it somewhere in your cupboard or your kitchen, a warmer spot, 57 degrees is about the crystallization temperature. It will crystallize so much faster under 57 degrees, which most of our homes are above that temperature. But you might have it in a colder cabinet. So that will help slow down the crystallization, keeping it in a spot. Maybe over your coffee maker or I don't know.
Yeah, that's
something like
yeah.
that.
I put mine on mine's just sitting on the counter.
Yeah. Well,
In a
and
cute little
sometimes
bowl.
I was just gonna say it's pretty. I have like a glass honey jar, and it's so pretty, and the honey is crystallized every time.
Yeah. Huh.
But
Interesting.
yeah,
So how did you ever get started in the bees and honey? How did this all evolve?
well, I've always really liked nature. I love flowers. Like, buy me flowers for my birthday. I'm not one of those people, don't buy me flowers, they just die. I love flowers. I think they're beautiful. And I like looking at a plant and knowing what it is and knowing if it has like a medicinal value. I just love insects. I am not afraid of spiders and I'm not.
I love it.
I don't like frogs and I don't like mice. But anything else, if it's flying around me, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have studied entomology. Why would anybody want to study that? I don't know. But I just think they're so fascinating. And I was kind of looking for a hobby. That sounds so sad. But
I don't think so.
as a stay-at-home
Yeah.
mom, my husband worked a lot, and of course, I have other hobbies, but I was looking for something to do at home that could potentially maybe make a little money on the side. I mean, that wasn't really the main goal or anything. And I'd read an article about a local beekeeper, and she was in high school,
Oh wow.
and she started beekeeping and then turned it into a little business. And in the article, they talked about honeybees and honeybee facts. And of course, bees are so fascinating. And it just popped into my head. Well, I could do that. And so I did. I read the article. It was like in the fall, because I think it was the Fulton County Fair. What would that be called? The little bulletin or pamphlet?
Yeah,
I get
little
from
flyer.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. And so I looked up beekeeping classes. So I took a beekeeping class with the Maumee Valley Beekeepers Association, and I'm still a member of that club. It's so nerdy. So I go to a meeting
I
every
love
month.
it. I love it.
And
With
no,
with
it's
your friends.
It's your passion. It's your passion.
And I took the class January, February, March, and then I got bees that spring.
Oh my gosh.
Ever since.
Wow.
So how do you get bees? Do you order them? Do you get them through Amazon?
I'm surprised you can get them here. You can order them through the mail, actually. So typically you either buy an overwintered colony, which is called a nuke, it's short for nucleus, from a beekeeper.
Oh, okay.
An established beekeeper, and it's always in Ohio. April, May is when you would get those bees from a local beekeeper.
Okay. So you had to make some friends.
I did.
I
did. Yeah, and they are super, super helpful and nice to beginner beekeepers and helping you buy the things you need and don't buy the things that you don't need, because like everything,
you could go crazy.
There are different price points for everything, and it's just so overwhelming. So everybody was just super helpful and super nice, and they want you to succeed, especially because bees, they can fly up to 5 miles. So if you plot on a map and then as the crow flies, draw a 5-mile radius, that's a lot. Yeah. And so then your neighbors' bees, their health affects the health of your bees because they're intermingling, they're visiting the same flowers. Sometimes they're robbing a colony, like a wheat colony. They kind of will pick on a wheat colony and go in and steal their nectar and honey. It's very complicated.
Really?
Yes. So
I didn't know that.
If you have a neighbor whose bees are sick.
Oh, no.
And exactly. So the health of everybody's bees is very important. And so I think that's one of the reasons why the beekeeping community, they really try to help each other out. So you can buy a nuke from an established beekeeper, or you can buy a package of bees, which we typically tell people try not to buy. They're cheaper to buy a package of bees. So a nuke is like $180 just for the bees. There's no guarantee that they're going to stay, that they're going to be healthy at the end of the season. And a package is about, I actually have never bought a package of bees, but I think they're a little over $100, maybe $120, $130. So there is a price difference, but they come from the southern United States. So Florida, Georgia, down there, their beekeeping season doesn't really ever end where ours does in Ohio. Okay. They kind of can beekeep all year. I'm sure they have moments where it's not 100%. So you buy a package of bees, it comes in the mail. Usually it's shipped to a local beekeeper, somebody who buys a bunch of packages and then distributes them and sells them. And they come with a queen in there, and then you literally just open it up and shake and dump the bees into your hive, and then you take the queen. She comes in a little container, and you open it up. Or sometimes it has some fondant candy, literal piece of candy shoved in the hole to keep her in there. And then the bees will chew their way through that candy and to release her.
Wow.
Yeah. And you can also buy mated queens, and they will literally ship them through the mail. So last year I bought a queen. It was $36 for this queen. I went and picked her up from another beekeeper. Again, he was like distributing the queens, but sometimes the post office will call you. Hey, we have your bees. Come and get them. We have your queen bee. Come and get her.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So the queen bee. Explain this.
Okay. Yes. It's very.
Go to the birds and the bees. I know. We're going to learn about the birds and the bees today.
No, and it's kind of complicated. So I'll try to. Generally, there is one queen in a colony, and she is the mother to all of the other bees. So they're all brothers and sisters. So she can lay. Her main job is to lay eggs. She doesn't feed herself. She doesn't leave the hive to go to the bathroom, which you never think about that. Insects have to go to the bathroom. And bees are very clean. They're very neat. They're very tidy. They like things a certain way. And so when they go to the bathroom, they leave the hive. They don't go to the bathroom inside of their home. They leave. And bee poo actually looks like a tiny drop of mustard. It's very funny. It's like a yellowish, orangish, brownish color, and it's just a little drop of, it looks like mustard. So as a beekeeper, if you see their poo in the hive, something's wrong. They're sick. And that does happen. Sometimes I've seen on social media where people say, put out fruit for the bees. that will give them diarrhea. So maybe like yellow jackets, wasps, other types of bees can eat, like, I think it was apples or watermelon or something. Other types of bees can eat that and they'll be okay, but honeybees, it will make them sick. So Ohio, we have over 400 different types of bees in Ohio.
Wow.
Wow, it's almost 500, and most of them are native, so they've always been here. Honeybees were brought over in like the 1600s from Europeans, so they're not native to America, but we can't get rid of them now. We need them for our food, our pollination, and everything. So that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
So the queen doesn't do anything for herself. She doesn't feed herself. She doesn't leave to go to the bathroom. The bees carry that out for her. They groom her. They take total care of her. Her only job is to lay eggs. So at the height of the colony, which for us in Ohio, Northwest Ohio, is the summer solstice, like June 21st, assuming that that colony is healthy and everything is going as planned, that will be the strongest that the colony will be, and she can lay 1,500 to 2,000 eggs a day. Yeah. So she can either lay a fertilized egg, which is a female bee, worker bee, or she can lay an unfertilized egg, which will become a drone, a male bee. And a colony will only produce drones if they're very strong and healthy, because they're freeloaders. The male bees don't do any work in the colony. The girls do all of the work. They build the home. They keep everything. I know. And no hate on males. Like, my husband works really hard.
Right.
It's just facts
the way it is.
matter.
These are facts.
These are facts for the honeybee world. The girls do all the work, and that's why they're called the worker bees.
Oh, okay.
Because they're doing all of the work. So a colony will only raise drones if they're very strong and healthy, because that's another mouth to feed that's not doing any work. They're not providing any resources. So some interesting facts about drones is their sole purpose is to mate with a queen. So they will fly out in the morning. They go to what's called a drone congregation area, and they all fly together and wait for a queen to show up. And they fight to mate with her, and they mate in the air while flying. And a drone's boy parts literally explode out of his body when he goes to mate with a queen. And then it's supposed to detach, and when he flies away, he dies because his boy parts have exploded out of his body and then detached. So obviously, he just had an organ be ripped out of his body. So he dies after he mates with a queen.
Wow.
So you will see that floating around social media, and that is true. They die after they mate.
Is that like all bees, or is this just honeybees?
Yeah. I can't speak for other bees.
Okay.
As far as I know, it's just honeybees.
Okay.
But I'm really not sure.
Okay.
So in the wintertime, do they hibernate? Do they die? Do you have to get a brand new set, or what happens to bees in the wintertime?
Yeah. And they don't hibernate. That's kind of more mammals that hibernate. The word for insects is called torpor, Torpor. So they will go in and out of this state where their body shuts down and they're not using, they can shut down where they don't have to eat, they don't have to stay as warm, that type of a thing. But bees, what they do is they cluster, and they kind of cluster around the comb and around the queen. So she is in the center, and they keep her like 90 degrees, 93 degrees. So I don't know, what is the temperature today?
20.
Yeah. So they're in there keeping the queen in the 90-degree temperature.
Okay.
And how they do that is they vibrate their flight muscles to produce heat. And they're clustered together, and so the outside bees will be colder than the inside bees in the center, and so they'll kind of rotate in and out of the center and the outside, trying to keep the queen warm.
That is so interesting.
I know. Around the winter solstice in Ohio, so the bees do everything by the sun. Everything to know where they're flying, which direction they're flying. They use the sun and the angle of the sun to know where they are and where they're going and how to get back home. So when we have the winter solstice in Ohio, which is December 21st, in theory, they should have no brood. They should have no baby bees. So it takes a lot of resources. It takes a lot of nectar, honey, pollen to feed baby bees. So they're not supposed to have any. So that helps them not have to do as much. And they can just focus on staying warm, basically staying alive.
Yeah.
And then after the winter solstice, they will slowly start to raise more brood. And then come February in Ohio, and especially March, they're really raising brood to get ready for the spring. And then they build up to the summer solstice. And then after the summer solstice, the queen lays less brood and they're getting ready for winter.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I love
it's just this cycle.
Wow. You are so smart.
No.
Wow.
So much to learn.
I know, but how interesting. You would be great going into classrooms explaining this to kids.
Do that
Do you
sometimes.
really? That is so cool. I love that.
Yeah, I love talking about these and how fascinating they are.
Yeah. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like any animal that's not human is able to just live instinctively, I think, a little more than what we are. So it's fascinating to watch how they do that.
It is, because honeybees, they're at the height of their colony, they could be 50, 60,000 bees, and they work together as one.
Yeah.
One big organism. And how do they do that?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I love it.
They do.
Hi friends, it's Kelsey here. If you've been listening to the podcast and wondering what it's actually like to work with a financial planner, or if financial planning is even for you, I totally get it. We only touch slightly on that side of my work here, and money can feel like a heavy or confusing topic to dive into. That's why this fall, I'll be sharing more bite-sized tools, insights, and mindset shifts over on my Apricity Financial Planning Facebook page. It's a simple, low-key way to start engaging with your finances. No pressure, just gentle guidance and encouragement to help you feel more confident and aligned with your money. If that sounds helpful, I'd love to have you there. Just search Apricity, that's APRICITY Financial Planning on Facebook and hit follow. And if you've been carrying questions about your finances or wondering what support might look like, I'd love to talk to you. You don't have to figure it all out alone. Just give me a call, 419-825-6161, or send me an email at kelsey@apricityfp.com.
Are there any dangers in keeping honey or honeybees,
Well, the only real danger would be if you're allergic to bees. And as you get stung, I get stung and I don't like it at all. But actually, honeybees are a lot more gentle, I think, than what we generally think. So yellow jackets, wasps, hornets, they're mean. They'll sting you just because you're walking by. And God forbid you drive your lawnmower over a nest that they might have on the ground. Honeybees don't nest in the ground ever.
Yeah.
They're just aggressive and mean. Whereas honeybees, you really have to do something to them for them to want to defend themselves. So I do get stung, but I probably don't get stung as much as you would think. And usually when I get stung, it's something that I have done, so I feel like I deserve it. I go to grab a frame and there's a bee there and I just didn't see her and she stings me. Or maybe I have one on the back of my leg and I don't know it and I squat down and I get stung. Or, it's usually my fault. They usually don't sting.
They're being defensive. They're defending themselves.
Yeah. And so when your body is exposed to stings over time, your reaction can either get less severe or it can get more severe. So I haven't really noticed a difference in my reaction. And it also depends on where you get stung and how quickly you get the stinger out. So you've been stung by a honeybee if the stinger and the venom sac is still in your skin. So sometimes people will get stung and they don't see what stung them. They just know they got stung. So if there's not a stinger and a venom sac in your skin, then it was probably a yellow jacket, a wasp, a hornet.
Got it.
If you've been stung by a honeybee, you'll know it. So you want to get that venom sac out as soon as you can, because you can watch it. It literally, the sac keeps pumping for like a minute. It's pumping the venom into your skin. So one time I was out by my bees. I go out there every day and just stand there and watch them. And it was a really windy day, and a bee just flew into my hair. I wasn't doing anything with the bees. I was just standing there, and I should have stood further away because it was windy. And I tried to get her out, because of course I couldn't see. You know, you can just hear this buzzing, and I'm trying to like get it out. And then finally I feel the sting, and my bees are back in our woods, and I'm really bad about distances, so I have no idea. But I had to walk back up to my house and then look in the mirror and try to find the stinger. And so by the time I found it, it had been minutes. And because there's no fat on your scalp, for 3 days, my ear, the whole side of my face, down my neck, and my clavicle bone was swollen.
Oh my God.
A monster. I have pictures of it, but
Oh my
why do you have those pictures on your phone? I looked crazy. Even my eye was swollen, but it was because I got stung somewhere where there's not a lot of fat, and then I didn't get the venom sac out, so I got all of the venom that I could have possibly gotten into my body.
Hey there, Bloom listeners. It's Tina Baden here, and I want to take a moment to share something exciting with you. Have you ever found joy in helping others feel their best? Or thought about how great it would be to boost your own health, energy, or even your finances? If that sounds like you, then I've got something special to share with you. Let's talk about Plexus, their amazing range of products. It's designed to support your wellness journey and help you feel fantastic. From gut health, energy boosters, to weight loss, there's truly something for everyone. And here's where it gets really exciting. If you love sharing what you're passionate about, the business opportunity could be just what you're looking for. I can honestly say that Plexus has changed my life for the better, both through health and finances. Yet, it's more than just a business. It's a wonderful community that supports and uplifts each other. If you're curious and you think this might be a good fit for you, why not join me? It could be fun. Message me at Bloom with Tina and Kelsey on Facebook Messenger. Embark on this journey and let's bloom into our best selves together.
Yeah, and there have been beekeepers that I know of that have had to quit beekeeping because their reactions every time get worse and worse, and then to get anaphylactic. And I know beekeepers who are allergic, who are anaphylactic, and they do it anyway, and they just have an EpiPen.
Oh my God.
Hope for the best.
Yes. So do you wear one of those outfits like you see on TV?
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah. I've never been stung on my face. I've pretty much been stung everywhere else. I don't want to know what it feels like. I don't want to know. People say like your nose is the worst to get stung up your nose, or because animals instinctively go for your eyes, your face. Insects, they instinctively see that part of you. So I am one of those people that wears the PPE, the protective gear. I use just nitrile gloves, so you can get stung very easily through nitrile gloves, but the typical beekeeping gloves that you buy are leather, and I have tiny hands, right? They're just thick and bulky, and I can't feel what I'm doing. And so I want to be able to feel what I'm doing. And I'm much more likely to smush a bee or accidentally kill a bee if I can feel what I'm doing. And bees will move out of your way. You just kind of put your hands there and shoo them along, and they'll move. They don't, that doesn't bother them at all. So I just don't like getting stung. It's fine. I know it's going to happen, but I am totally fine wearing a bee suit.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have a question. So these are 8-ounce jars. How long does it take to get one of these?
Okay, that's an excellent question. So this is an 8-ounce jar. So let's say we double one and make it a pound because the math is easier to do with a pound.
Okay.
So guess how many flower visits a bee has to make 1 pound of honey. So double one of those. So guess how many flowers they have to visit. Just what's your
I would say 1,000.
okay? And what is your
100 was the first thing we can add on the
So
same
people usually guess in the hundreds or thousands. 2 million.
Oh
2
my
million?
gosh.
2 million flower visits to make 1 pound of honey.
Oh my gosh.
So collectively, they fly 55,000 miles to make that 1 pound of honey, which is a little more than 2 times around the earth.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
So this is why we hear people saying plant native flowers to help the bees, all those things, right?
Yes.
And bees are little hoarders. So sometimes people say beekeepers exploit bees because they just make them produce all this honey and then they steal it from them. No, bees work themselves to death. That is true. There's a reason why they're called worker bees. They just work, work, work. That's what they do. It's what they're designed to do. And if you provide them with the space, they will keep filling that space as long as they have the resources and the ability and all of that. They just pack it in. They're, like we always say, they're just little hoarders. So, I mean, I can see why people would think that beekeepers are exploiting bees, but that's what they love to do. It's kind of like, what are the Iditarod dogs? People say, oh, that's so mean. Like they're running in the snow for miles and miles.
Yeah.
They love that.
Yeah.
They love that. That's not mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Terry, you do something different. You put different flavors in your honey too.
Yes.
So this one is lavender and chamomile. And the one that I love is the organic elderberry and hibiscus. I gotta tell you, I'm not a yogurt person, but I have turned into one.
Yeah.
Because
Every time I come to her house, we have a yogurt bar now.
Yes, I have a yogurt bar.
One time she even brought it to my office.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
yogurt bar with honey.
Yeah, yes. See, I told you. That's why I was like, I'm gonna have Terry. I gotta call this girl. She is going to be on our podcast.
Yeah.
But I put out the yogurt and like strawberries, the blueberries, raspberries, and then the hemp seeds,
Hemp hearts,
Have you ever
chia
tried
seeds.
chia
Yeah.
seeds, and then little mixture of like walnuts and stuff. And then I put on the honey. And dates too. Dates are very sweet.
Yeah.
So the dates and the honey just makes it sweet.
Yeah.
And edible.
Especially because you're talking about plain like Greek yogurt.
Yes.
Which,
Well, plain yogurt. Yeah.
it's hard. Plain yogurt. It's
Yes.
not appetizing.
Yes.
I don't.
But once you add all the stuff in,
Right. So then it's good.
perfect.
I'm not. Yes. So
Okay, so to infuse honey, and you can do this at home. This is very easy. You just take regular honey, and then you take the dried plant matter. So the lavender, I just buy dried lavender buds. The hibiscus is dried hibiscus flower petals. And you put it in a mason jar, and you put your dry ingredients in there, and then you let it sit for 4 to 6 weeks. And it will infuse the flavor and then the color, obviously, into the honey.
4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you could do.
See how valuable this
Yeah.
is?
I know, and that's why people call me and say, "Do you have more of them?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm working on it." 'Cause
Right.
It takes time.
It takes
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do some hot honeys too. So I have a jalapeno one and then a red pepper flake. So
Ooh, I've been loving hot honey lately, and I'm sure that yours is significantly better than mine. So I should try
who
it.
knows? But we put it on pizza.
Yeah.
So
Really?
pizza
I've
is
been
the-
buying the hot honey hummus.
Oh,
So,
I've
and it's
never had that.
delicious.
Huh.
You-
Kroger.
Okay. Let's get some of that.
Well, or like get real hummus and put your hot honey on it would
yeah.
probably be better. But yeah, the hot honey.
All right, next time.
Yeah.
So do you have honey available for listeners if they inquire about this, or?
Oh, yeah. I mostly just sell out of my house to friends and family.
Okay.
Word of mouth.
Okay.
But I do sell at a store in Liberty Center. It's called
Okay.
Sensible Treasures again. And Liberty Center is like a one block, and then you miss the town. But it's the old hardware store. Just the store itself is really neat. It's very old. They have all the old little shelves where they used to store all of the little knickknacks in the hardware store.
Oh,
very cool.
Up on the wall. It's a really neat store. And they have different vendors in there. Home decor, antique, just unique.
Like multiple things.
Home. Yeah.
What's the name of the store again?
Sensible Treasures again.
Okay.
C-E-N-T, scent like
Okay.
honey.
Oh, okay.
They're open Wednesdays through Saturdays, so their hours are a little different. But all of my honey in that store.
Okay.
Or, you can contact me. I do some vendor shows, so I can only do a few a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the work with the bees is a lot. Extracting the honey is a lot. Turning the honey into something else is a lot. Can only do what I can do.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, and then another kind of follow-up question for education. What kind of places are you looking to, like, do you enjoy speaking to
I do.
just for
Yeah.
education? And, like, what kind of places would be the best place to do that?
So I have gone to schools, mostly elementary kids. I have had a troop of Girl Scouts come to my house before.
Oh, cool.
This fall, I went to a church. They had in Napoleon, they had a fall festival, and it was kind of nature themed. So I went and brought a lot of equipment. Sometimes if the weather if it's warm, summer, June, July, August, one of my beekeeping friends has an observation hive. So you can put a frame or two of bees in this windowed box, and you can bring bees along so the kids or people can see the bees in action.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love talking about bees, and I think there's so much more than just bees pollinate and bees make honeybees. There's so much more to them.
Yeah. The community aspect and the, like you said, everybody working together towards one end. And fascinating.
So, yeah, I'd be happy to come speak at any kind of event or to kids. And I've done community gardens before. I've gone to the community garden in Archbold and they have like a little story hour, talk to the kids.
That's so cool.
It is so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. And we have to point out Tina's bee sweater.
Right?
I have
prepared so good.
Lily Pulitzer. What can I say?
Yeah.
I love it.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome. Thank you, Teri, so much.
Thank you for having me.
thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Bloom with Tina and Kelsey. Your support truly means the world to us, and we're so grateful to have you as part of our blossoming community.
We hope you enjoyed this week's conversation and found inspiration in our discussions. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you hear, please consider leaving us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more listeners like you.
Join us next week for another exciting episode filled with insights, laughter, and growth. We can't wait to share it with you.
Keep blooming and see you soon.